Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts89. Well, this is the Bon Jovi 2013 tour program. Now, I've been going through the tour programs from all the concerts I've seen over the years and shows. This one is significant. It's kind of funny that the tour, the stage was at the front of a car, and a blue car too. I got hit by a blue car. No, it was grey, kind of grey-blue. A couple of hours before the concert. I was about to cross the street. I was waiting for the lights to change. A car stopped and motioned for me to go ahead. I assumed the lights had changed, but they hadn't. So the next rail of traffic was moving full speed, and I got hit by a car. I flew through the air about 20 feet and landed without my glasses on the middle of the road in a little island on a tiny little bit of grass. The rest of it was all gravel and dirt, and I'm lucky to be alive. Messed up my knees and my hip, but I could have died. And I was meeting a friend who was travelled interstate to the concert, hadn't seen in years. I was determined to go, and also, since I lived alone, going home wasn't good, because they said you should go to the hospital and be observed for like a few hours in case you have, what is it when you hit your head? I've forgotten the term, but yeah. So, lucky I got to see this. And, yeah. Okay, let's get into it. Sorry for how long that took, but I had to tell that story. So yeah, a lot of these programs are sort of like modelling portfolios for the artists, but I'm assuming they're going to be a little bit different because it's Bon Jovi. So just photos, backstage, I guess, a little bit of text. Usually they have a little bit of a history, information about the actual show. The idea for me is just to remember the show, have something to remind me of the show, something to keep and to look through and remember what I saw. And this actually has photos from actual concerts, which show the stage. It was in front of a giant car with these big lights. It was pretty amazing. I was sitting on the side, just about here, and I remember going into shock before the show. I was shaking and I was sweating, and I just thought the best place to be is in an arena where they've got medical people, because sometimes people have accidents in events like this. I thought if something happens to me, I'll be discovered, as opposed to if I go home and perish alone in my apartment. So I went to the show. I could barely stand. I sat down the whole time because I was a mess. But I did not miss the show, god damn it. Okay, so I just love looking at these because that reminds me of the actual show. It was in a big sort of arena like that. More shots from the show. I love it when they show pictures of the actual performance so you can remember, not just, a portfolio of modelling shots of the artist, which is usually what we get. They're beautiful on their own, but they don't necessarily remind you of the actual production. Like that, I mean. More shots of the band. Mr. Bon Jovi. Now, I was never a huge fan. My sister was a big Bon Jovi fan. She listened to a lot of Bon Jovi back in the day, so I heard a lot of Bon Jovi. The only song of his I really loved back in the day was Always. The 90s hit they had. But, it was just a great show. There were a lot of artists that I wish I'd seen. I do regret not seeing a lot of the farewell tours that were done from the big bands, like, Chili Peppers and Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses and Kiss and all that. I wish I'd gone to all of those. Okay, so just more shots of him performing on stage. I hope I didn't repeat myself, but I had to stop for a second. I can't remember what I said before. But yeah, so there's a little bit of text about the band. I never saw the stage from that angle. But it was pretty amazing. Just this big giant car with big headlights shining out on the audience. And all the tour dates. So that was when I saw him in December. Yeah, I remember going home at Christmas. I couldn't walk properly. It took like 5 months to recover. No broken bones or anything like that, but just everything was all torn up and things you just have to wait to heal, and they don't heal properly, and it's just a mess. But I was lucky I was alive. And there was a moment or two of realising that and appreciating that. and being really grateful to be here watching this concert more than I probably normally would have been. And yeah, just a little bit of info on them, and there. That is the Bon Jovi 2013 tour. It was great, and I'm really, really, really glad I got to